Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fact Fridays. This is episode 2. The Truth Takes Time, Why Facts Need a Platform. So, this is a friendly reminder from Fact Fridays that accurate information requires space to breathe. The speed of a lie versus the weight of the truth. Lies travel fast. They're simple, sensational, they require no verification. The truth takes time. It requires evidence, verification, and careful consideration. Facts need time to defend against lies. When given proper space, truth withstands scrutiny. And I love this quote from Mark Twain. He said, "A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes." I'll point out that the property owners, whenever they're trying to address misrepresentations or inaccuracies, we are at a disadvantage by design. The last couple board meetings, there's been 120 plus minutes of various board members speaking. The minutes per typical meeting spent on board member discussion. In contrast, the property owners are only allowed to speak at the end, and they have a 3-minute time limit unless somebody decides to let them speak longer. These Zoom meetings, there's often zero response window for property owners. The one in January muted property owners and also muted some of the board members at different times during the meeting. The nature of this vicious cycle is that mistruths, lies, misrepresentations, they multiply over time. So a claim is made, an inaccurate statement presented as fact, a piece of law read that doesn't apply, or something read stating that this is the definition of something when it's not. The claim is made, and then the information spreads. So without verification, this falsehood will circulate quickly, and the more it is heard, the more it can be mistaken for truth. This is why research is required in order to refute the misinformation. But it can take days or weeks spent researching to disprove. You have to find where they found the original information and find credible resources that refute it, or do an extensive search to see if there even was a source that they may have been referring to. So after that, new claims emerge. Before you even get the information out there and let everybody know that what they were told before is inaccurate, new claims emerge and the whole cycle starts over again. And these mistruths, they just layer on top of each other. And each new mistruth is bolstered or supported by the foundation of misrepresentations and lies that have already been put out. That was the topic of our week 1 Fact Friday. And so, if you would like to go back, if you're not sure about what I'm speaking of, about how we have been lied to, how there has been misinformation and misrepresentation, then I encourage you. It's a long video, it's about 33 minutes, but I encourage you to please watch episode 1. A minister of information during World War II was famous for using mistruths and misrepresentations to shape a community and a country's perspective and value system. He said, "If you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it, and you will even come to believe it yourself." And that's Joseph Goebbels. The danger of having a lie told over and over again is that it starts to sound like the truth, even to those speaking it. And they say all politics are local. We see this in politics all the time, whether it's on the national stage. We see this throughout history, whether it was Roman times, whether it was World War II, or now. Politicians like to put out information that they know isn't true, because they know that if it's repeated often enough, it will become truth in many people's minds. And as I was saying, all politics is local, and you can't get any more local than a POA. And so I would argue that this is why platforms like Facebook, YouTube, email chains, or websites that are actually putting out information, they're very important, because it allows the person that visits that site or that social media channel, it allows them time to digest that information, time to investigate through research and fact checking, People can share evidence, links, documents, proof. Comments are a great section for people to respond back. And if they know that something that was stated was inaccurate, they can help refute it. And just the broad accessibility that members can access information at their convenience. Doesn't matter if you work day shift, night shift, weekend. With these platforms, you can be informed, respond, and help refute inaccuracies and spread the truth at your own time on your own calendar. And other people can access that information and respond in kind on their calendar. I hear a lot about, I just want the bickering to stop. And I want to just point out that spreading truth and refuting mistruths and inaccuracies does not equal bickering. We don't go for personal attacks, endless arguments, drama for drama's sake. That is part of the Facebook rules for our Facebook group, is that people who engage in these activities, they're stated in our rules that people agree to when they join, that these are things that can have you either suspended or just removed. What we do go for is factual corrections, evidence-based discussions, accurate record keeping. So to address inaccuracies, mistruths, and lies can be very uncomfortable. We all want to just be neighbors, be nice to each other, and just move on. But our POA's health is too important to sacrifice honesty for comfort. And I saw this on one of my social medias and I thought it was terrific. It says, "The truth does not mind being questioned. A lie does not like being challenged." I guess that just speaks for itself. So, what can we do to move forward? We can listen actively, note both what's said and what's conspicuously omitted. A lie of omission is still a lie. We can ask questions, request specific sources, citations, or evidence for claims, especially whenever we're being told, hey, Texas law states this. Well, show me the citation, because all laws have a particular citation. Then you can just Google the citation and read the text yourself. A lot of these laws, once you Google that, you'll find interpretations from different valid legal sources and legal review websites. Verify the information. Follow up when someone says, hey, you can look this up. Why are they not providing a source for their claim? And then just share respectfully. Present your findings with firmness and courtesy. Talk with your neighbors. Help make sure that people know what's going on. There is a path towards a healthier CBA POA. This starts with a strong foundation built on transparency and truth for our community. On top of that is a layer of open communication. We need to ask questions when things don't seem right, provide truthful answers when we ourselves are questioned. And then collaborative resolution. We need to work together through facts, not conflict. And select good leadership. We need united leadership. Select talented, knowledgeable, hardworking individuals to guide our community. Thank you for listening. My name is Jen Harris. I'm a property owner here in Camp Branch Acres. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/@JenHarrisRN. I also administer the CBAPOA.org website, which is now the unofficial website, but it contains historical documents and current information for CBA. And I am one of the administrators of the Camp Branch Acres Residents Facebook page. You can go on Facebook and search for Camp Branch Acres Residents and submit a request to join if you're not already a member, or you can go to campbranchfriends.com and it will redirect you to that group. Thank you for listening.